Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, today we are going to talk about the fact that more and more allies are aligning and coming out of the woodwork, and the big guns, so to speak, are coming into play. We are not alone, guys, and I want to do this video dedicating to that thought alone. Because I know that sometimes it feels like we are isolated, we are the small minority. The media has no desire in putting anything out positive for the conservative viewpoint, the Second Amendment viewpoint, anything to do with patriotism, they're not a big fan of because it conflicts with their narrative. In fact, in small part, I'm pretty sure that's why you guys tune into channels like this one, Guns and Gadgets. I'm pretty sure that's a big part of it. But I want to reinforce the idea that you guys are not alone. The big guns that have been kind of sitting in the back and just waiting for their time, they are coming in. And we're going to hit on those points. So I've got some really cool articles. And the Republicans in Congress are actually mobilizing in the way that we're kind of leading them. And it's a direct reflection of you. Remember what we say all the time on this channel. You are more powerful than you can possibly imagine. And if all of us unify in one direction, we can do incredible things because we are imbued in the fabric of this nation, given amazing gifts of rights from our founding documents. But now, I'm going to show you a few things that are really positive, that's leaning towards some really, really amazing things in the tail end of 2021. Let's dive into it. As always, everything's linked in the description box below. Alright, so the first thing I want to bring to you is this is pretty cool. This is in reference to the New York case, where it's basically a small pistol club is fighting the New York state government for the right to grant a concealed carry permit, okay? That's the topic. Representative Claudia Tenney leads 168 House Republicans in bid to overturn New York gun law. Rep. Claudia Tenney is leading a group of 168 House Republicans who are urging the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn a 110-year-old New York state gun law. Now, we've touched on this. This is big news. It's going to be basically ruled on the tail end of this year. Actually, about 2-3 months from now. I'm really amped about it. But this is big, guys. More energy is being dumped and put into the emphasis on the right side of this. Tenney and her GOP colleagues said today that they plan to file a legal brief supporting the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association's challenge to New York's law that strictly limits who can carry a gun outside the home. This is the same one that we played this clip of de Blasio saying, like, we've spent all this time trying to keep guns out of the hands of New Yorkers. By the way, thanks. Thanks, de Blasio. But that's what this is about, and they're piling on behind it, and they're sending amicus briefs, which basically it translates to friend of the court. They're putting more energy behind the plaintiff, okay? The GOP members of Congress claim that New York's Sullivan Law, passed in 1911, which is an interesting number if you are a handgun fan, was originally motivated by animus against a marginalized group in society, recent immigrants from Europe. Could the Republicans actually be learning how to do this? Because I'm pretty sure I would have expected that to come from the left side of the aisle, but the Republicans are putting the emphasis on this was a bad law based on, what did they say? Animus, motivated by animus, and that is a really good way to push, and they're pouring on, but they're not the only ones, and this is important. In fact, I didn't include it in this video, but if you want to go over to Guns and Gadgets, Jared did a special episode all about a bunch of legislatures that are sending out the same types of communication to the ATF around the pistol brace ban. Check it out. His channel, it's within the last 4 or 5 days, but it's a good video, but it's in this same vein. Now, the NRA is getting involved. NRA applauds Attorneys General Amicus brief in New York carry case at the Supreme Court. Same case, different pressure. This is from the Attorneys General of 23 individual states in the United States. All 23 of them signed on to an amicus brief, exactly like these 168 House Representative members did, in favor of supporting this legislation. This is going to get spicy, and for them to put their names on it and the NRA to come out behind it, this has potential. You put that in there with the Republicans going after the brace ban, which I mentioned on Jared's channel, Guns and Gadgets. We're on to something here, guys, but check out what the NRA says. Today, the NRA applauds the 23 attorneys general who filed an amicus brief in support of that petition. Attorneys general have a special responsibility to safeguard their citizens' fundamental rights, including the right to bear arms in self-defense outside the home. The brief argues, well, that was the whole big sentence. It also argues that liberty ensures security. The founding generation knew this all too well, and they enshrined the right to bear arms in their bear arms in their constitutions to keep it safe, not just from kings, but from legislatures as well. That is key. All energy is being poured directly at the Supreme Court of the United States, and these are the moments that we are driving towards. Every single thing that you guys do, it matters. Look what the federal court just did in the Fourth Circuit. They just said that 18 to 20-year-olds can't be discriminated against, and they can completely buy a handgun no matter what the state laws were. This is moving. Right now, that law is going to stay until it gets challenged and overturned or supported, and in either case, it's going to the Supreme Court. We're making moves, guys, and we have more allies coming along the fight with us, and we have led the way, and you guys should be proud of that because that's important. The other thing that's going on right now, look at the Chipman nomination. You've got big money dropping in from the NSSF and from the NRA in Maine and in West Virginia to really ensure that those senators don't support, from the Democratic side, the Chipman nomination for the director of ATF. This is getting to the next level, and I don't want you guys to feel alone because there are things happening, and it's all because it represents you. Who you put in office, who are making moves on your behalf. This is the way our country works, and I don't want you guys to give up because this is some solid stuff. Until tomorrow, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm Braden. See you later.